Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is, of course, the Richard Neal channel, and there are many like it, but this one is mine. And some of you who have been long time, or at least week long subscribers would note that, or 2 week, I guess, about 2 weeks ago, when I'm recording this, I don't know when I'm going to post this, but 2 weeks ago when I'm recording this, I lost my credit card. And, came home, had it shut down, ordered a new one, and I decided to take that opportunity to take as much time as I could to not go to the store. You see, I am a hoarder. I obviously, you look at me and think this is a man with a special relationship with food. I weigh well over 400 pounds at this point. And, just one of those things that happened to me is that I realized I had food, packages of unopened food, all over my house, some of it quite old. And I sat there and I thought, I need to do something with this. So that is what I did over 14 days, is I tried to cook as much at home as possible. And I started trying to use things up. But I mean, it's like, during that time, I had two meals with I have a snack with. I have what would be referred to as a tiffin, I believe, with my brother every day, which is similar to tea, but not quite. Where we have coffee and a treat. But I had two actual meals with him. I said, look, what it is you buy cat litter for me, but they're my cats. So I will purchase, or I will make a meal for you, which is a fair enough trade. So I've had these tacos I've been meaning to review. And I was like, okay, I'll make tacos. So I made tacos, and I used a total of 8 cups of vegetables between us. See, a serving of vegetables is measured two ways in cups. There is a solid vegetable, which would include mushrooms, tomatoes, zucchini, carrots, anything like that. Those solid vegetables are referred to as half cuppers, and half cup is a serving. So 4 cups. That's 4 servings for each of us, and then leafy vegetables. You can't say leafy greens because cabbage is in this category, and there's white kale and such. But leafy vegetables are a full cup. So I have a 4 cup measuring cup, and I fill that with I fill that with things like carrots and mushrooms and so on and so forth. And then I turn around and I take the cabbage there, and I cut the cabbage, cut about 4 cups of cabbage, and throw that in there, or so on and so forth, something to that matter. So I had 2 meals like that over this time with my brother that were just so vegetable that we could feel it the next day. And yet, cooking at home, I did not use up all the vegetables I had. In fact, I did a tally of vegetables right before I came to work. I've got a few onions, which, I mean, I don't even know why I purchased them, because I used to grow my own onions, and after a while, the onions lost their flavor, so I have an incredible itch. Yes, okay. So I got these onions hoping I would cut them up and use the ends and grow them. And then I had 4 carrots. a pack of mushrooms, and a little bit of cabbage left. So I was sitting there thinking, is it time to go get vegetables? No, it's not. I need to have all of the vegetables that were in my thing gone. Is what needs to happen. Very clear on the subject. No ifs, ands, or buts. So that's where I am with that. And it's just, I need to clean out my refrigerator. I need to deal with the fact that I'm a damn food hoarder, and I need to stop hoarding food. If you don't need to go to the store, don't go. And just to give you an idea, obviously I work every day because that's how it's going. But obviously I worked last night and I worked tonight. So I came home from work. There was a car accident on the freeway. I came home from work. And I have a food blog, which is why I have packages of food everywhere. And I sat down with my brother and we had hummus. It was yellow lentil hummus that I needed to try. And we had it with flatbread crackers, which I also shot from my blog. And then we turned around and we had some plantain chips. So there were 3 things that I shot for the purpose of my blog. And then, okay, so, not a good breakfast, if you want to call it. It was more of a snack. But then I turned around and my brother went to see my sister. And I had, I believe it was tilapia, which is a type of whitefish. And I had tilapia with a rice and beans New Orleans salsa. Don't know why it's called that. It's not really a salsa. With carrot, asparagus, and garlic. Okay. So this is a pretty healthy meal. It's a reasonable amount of vegetables. And then I turned around and for the next meal I had salmon. Baked salmon with curried white rice. White rice is a rice substitute made from vegetables. I don't understand it. I'm trying it. It was for the blog. Okay. And in fact, the Cajun salsa was for the blog as well. So, and I had a new kind of mushroom I'd never had before, which likewise was for the blog. So I had all this stuff. And I think I took a total of six pictures for the blog. Took a total of 6 pictures for the blog, and then, had a reasonably healthy day, eating wise. I sit there at the end going, well, if I'm going to cook the rest of the vegetables, it is almost certain that I am going to have to use some frozen to go along with it. And that's fine. I mean, that's not a huge thing, but it just, how many vegetables can one person have? I remember when I did this, I had just come from the store, and I think I had just purchased the asparagus that I had yesterday. So that's why I had to pick through the asparagus. There were a number of rotted out ones. Asparagus is like that. They're— so, like, the older they get, the closer you have to cut to the head or the spear itself, and the more of the stalk you lose. And then, a few of them will rot away, and they'll be kind of slimy or they'll be dry, depending on where in the bundle they are. And I just, like I say, who knew it would take so long to use up all your vegetables? And I mean, here I am. I'm at that point where maybe I've got one more dish, full meal I could make that's healthy, that would fulfill the requirements there of what I'm doing. And, maybe not. But I'm trying here. Just sitting there at the end of the day going, what do I do to make this work? Anyway, that was my my little education thing there. I'm Richard.